It's not over. Welcome to Widow's Bay. This is episode 8 that we're covering today. It's called Your Baggage. This is directed by Andrew DeYoung, who directed episode 5, the Mushroom Trip episode. And once again, he directed the movie Friendship with... Why do I always forget that man's name?
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. I always forget his name. And The Chair Company and Our Flag Means Death. And a bunch of Pen 15 episodes. I'm currently watching season 1, and Andrew DeYoung, his name is on almost every episode I've watched so far.
Okay.
So we're back with him again for this comedic slasher episode. The writer of Your Baggage, this is her first writing credit for television, which
So cool.
I'm so impressed by this. This is awesome. Her name is Emma Ketchum. She was most recently a producer's assistant on Hacks. So I know she went up the way that the business used to work.
Did she work on Parks and Rec? Was she in the writer's room there? No? Oh, wow.
No.
Jesus.
No, she went from Hacks straight into...
As a PA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I know. So
Congrats,
that's
Emma.
really... I know, right?
Yeah.
Good job, Emma. You killed it.
Yeah, that's great.
This is so far, I think when I was looking on IMDb, this is the second highest rated episode of the season. So
Wow. I'm like, if you know, you know.
good job, girl.
Like, and shout out to Kate for obviously taking a chance on someone.
Yeah.
Big
Like
ups.
brand new and like a woman. And
Yeah, exactly.
Getting her first television writing credit. That's
Wow.
amazing. And I love this episode, so it tracks. So as always, I'm going to recap the episode and then we'll discuss themes and reactions and whatnot. So we open on an idyllic beachy scene with the Scooby Gang at the Driftwood Diner. They're admiring all the tourists and they can't believe the curse is over. Like, everything's great. Tom's planning a Red Sox game with Evan. They're going to take a trip out to Boston. And, Wyck and Patricia and Tom just have like a cute little good job, gang. We did it at the Driftwood. Everything's fine.
They're out to brunch. The birds
They're
are
out
chirping.
to brunch. The sun is shining. Birds are chirping.
Crazy.
Yeah. They're like, high five. We killed it. Everything's great. Then, for now. Then we go to the town hall. Ruth, who is panicking because she hasn't seen Tom in 2 fucking days, has to catch him up on 2 days worth of phone calls. And Tom is just breezing by Ruth and he's like, you know what? Don't worry. Everything's fine. Infamous horror movie line.
Right.
Anytime someone says that in a horror movie, you already know it's up. It's up. So then we go home with Patricia, who, oh my God. See, and this is where you lost me, Kathy, because what the fuck was this? Kathy at the Driftwood Diner, count your fucking days. And now I'm on Tom's side because what is this takeout order?
Awful.
What the fuck was this?
Awful. And I think the episode before, he's like, did Kathy pack this? Who packed this order?
Who packed this shit? Because she on some bullshit.
Yeah, she is.
What was it? Like a piece of lettuce, a single sausage?
It was a single sausage, no bun, and a turkey patty, also no bun, in lieu of chicken parmesan and coconut cream pie.
Girl, if I opened this box,
Yeah, right.
the crash out
Yeah,
would be catastrophic. Like,
for sure.
I'm probably driving back there to fuck
I
you
am
up
too.
because that's crazy.
I
Like,
am
I
too.
can't. I don't play about my food like that. That's especially after the shit they went through in episode 7. You playing, Kathy, in Patricia's face, and she handled this so nicely, so much nicer than I could ever be about this. And that's why.
She's
I
her.
love this girl.
Yeah,
That's why. Patty.
I just want them to know.
She's
what
like,
they
I just
did.
want them to know. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. I'm like,
Yeah,
stand
not
up for yourself.
right. I want a fresh order. Hot
Yeah,
off the
fix my
grease.
shit.
Yeah,
Fix it. What? A piece of lettuce and a sausage link?
Yeah,
Get
that's
out of my
crazy.
face.
Yeah, that's crazy. And who ordered that?
Probably no one.
Right, probably
Because
no
Kathy
one.
just be bullshitting.
Yeah, true.
Oh my God, I can't stand her. So yeah, Tom, I'm on your side now. I get it. Kathy fucking sucks. So then we go home with Tom, and he's having like another intense confrontation and discussion with Evan about his mother and the photos that he found in the previous episode. So Tom explains that Lauren had a preeclampsia-induced stroke. That's why the blindness, that's why the kind of like catatonic look after she gave birth. Tom said, and again, we talked about this, I think it was episode 1, about all these little small townisms, like, it wasn't right. Tom describes Lauren as, she wasn't right after. Like,
Right. No explanation.
She just wasn't right.
Yeah.
So he had her committed. She died when Evan was 2 of an aneurysm. So we did estimate correctly when we were trying to figure out how old he was in those pictures, because he's old enough to remember her. He had to be 2 or 3 in those photos, and Tom confesses that she didn't die in childbirth. She died when Evan was 2 years old, which is fucked up.
Yeah, extremely.
What did you think of this scene, Erin?
Oh,
I forgot to introduce you again as well.
That's totally
this is
fine.
Erin, everyone.
I'm not a real person, so I don't even mind. Which is the crazy part. I'm like, no, don't bother with me.
Stop
yeah.
that.
So
stand up for yourself.
I'm trying. Me and Patty, I just can't be bothered. So sorry. Yeah. So my favorite thing is he comes in and he's like, "You went through the basement," and Evan's like, "Bitch,
no, but
what's in the basement?" Number one.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Well, to me, I'm like, is Lauren in the basement? Like, I know that's like so OD, but like, is she?
What if?
That'd be so. Oh, I would actually love that. That would be so scary and crazy. Okay, so where to fucking begin with the letters? The letters are so upsetting. The letters are upsetting. They're weird. They're spooky. Yeah. They seem to all be addressed to Evan from Lauren. And obviously, there's a few lines that stuck out to me. Dear Evan, I need your baby hands, etc., to pull out the scorpion out of my brain. Oh dear, Mom. Are you obviously not okay? Later in this ep, we see, Dear Evan. Oh, and this is like so clarifying, and it's so interesting to put ourselves in Lauren's position. She says, Dear Evan, everyone has 2 mothers, a mother and a secret mother. Which one am I?
Again.
Right. It's like, bitch.
What?
Ma'am, I am your secret mother, and I live in a secret house. They won't let me out. When you're a little older, you can come here and pretend to be that awful mailman. Lol. To review, FYI, I'm dead. I'm already dead. It's too late. Come soon, mother.
Oh, boy.
So she knows. It's like Lauren is in there mentally and knows that she's like the other mother, which is so sad and just heartbreaking. And obviously Tom couldn't give these letters to a child.
Right. So he had saved them and hidden them in the bookshelf.
Yeah.
And was going to bring this up to Evan eventually, I guess, but doesn't.
Of course.
Because he'd be holding secrets for no fucking reason. He could have told Evan all of this before right now.
Exactly.
He didn't have to wait this long to talk to him about his own mother. But he does. So now Evan's pissed at him, and they're trying to reconcile and get to a better place because Tom's been holding this massive fucking secret his entire life. And it's like, dog, when are you going to learn your lesson about communicating and the lying and keeping secrets from people who need to know these things?
Right.
He's
because
if
Evan knew that he couldn't leave, surely this would have alleviated a lot of this tension. And that's a show, and like that's where the tension comes from, to make a show. But like, fucking hell, we still could have had some rebellious teenage shenanigans. Of course, if Evan knew he couldn't leave the island. Right. So
he
sucks,
still
Tom.
Known. I know. He just keeps with the bullshit. So yeah, I really liked the scene again since the big reveal of the photos and the stuff about his mother. It really is turning me around on Evan. I thought he was excellent in this sequence, and
he's
I'm
so
glad they
sweet.
found
Oh, I'm sorry. Please.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm glad they found time in this episode that's mostly about Patricia getting chased by the boogeyman. I'm glad they found time to carve out this little moment between Tom and Evan to get a sense of where they're at as a family and how it relates to what's going on the island in the story. So I loved this little moment. What were you going to say?
Because we've been waiting for the confrontation from Evan, and Tom's been, out on his misadventures. So
for the last 3 episodes?
No, literally. So I love that, and I also love how grateful and happy Evan is for the Red Sox tickets.
Yeah. Oh, that was so cute. Again,
yeah.
Kingston is still at that age. I think he's only 18, so he's probably 16 or 17 when they shot this.
Right.
He still has those moments of oh, he's a kid. And
right.
He's
Thanks,
so
Dad.
able to express that in his face. Just
it's
so
sweet.
exciting. We go to a baseball game. I'm like, oh, buddy.
He hugs his papa, and it's like, oh, damn.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Poor baby.
we know they not go nowhere. Can't go nowhere.
I ain't going to no baseball game. Again, this is classic horror movie shit where you make a big plan and, oh, we're going to go celebrate. Everything's over. Everything's fine now.
Yeah, no, it's never over,
We know they ain't
bitch.
going nowhere.
Yeah.
They're not going nowhere. So that's what's going on with Tom and Evan. Then we jump over to Wyck and Gerrie at the Historical Society / museum / Richard Warren house / visitor center
/ portal to the scary room. Funny.
And Wyck and Gerrie have a heartwarming moment. Wyck brings her an old photo of the two of them and her brother Mark. Then they are interrupted by Gerrie's husband. I didn't know Gerrie was married. She never mentioned no husband before.
Yeah, LOL. Wyck's trying to slide back in there. Because they're all trying to, get their lives back to where they would want them to be. So,
this is like a reset episode. Everyone's
exactly.
I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to get back to my life.
Yeah, Patricia's getting her pie, because that's her life. Wyck's trying to get his girl back, but his girl's married, which is so funny.
Oh my god, this guy's such a dork too. He's just so
hey Wyck.
Oh, hey Wyck.
right. And Wyck's like, God damn it, you
get the fuck
motherfucker.
out of here.
Very funny.
So goofy. But Gerrie's husband interrupts to clean up some broken glass, and he mentions that the murderer's mask exhibit was stolen. And when they zoom in on the exhibit, we see right next to it, there's a newspaper, and the headline says, 4 teens slashed. And I think the date was 2001.
It was just circa 2000s, which is a long period of time. I found that to be comical. And also right underneath it said rubber. It's got the material like it's a
mask.
Museum, like an art museum.
It's an artifact.
It's just so rubber, period. It's like, okay.
Well, we need to know what medium it is.
We do. That's so funny.
But yeah, no, the newspaper has a specific date. I think it said the year 2000 or 2001. Because I remember thinking oh, I'm the same age as Patricia then. Because I was 13 in 2001. So it was like, okay, this is aligning with not the island time, but real life time. That would put her born around 88, 87.
And Kato Flynn is 40. I did check.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the murderer's mask was stolen from the museum. We don't know what happened, but he's like, oh, probably some kids. So Wyck sees this and goes directly to the Boogeyman house. He is not fucking playing. There's something... Wyck is still the least sure that everything's just over and good again. Right. So once he sees that the mask is gone, he goes right to the Boogeyman house, and he's like... He sees that it was broken into, or was it broken out of?
Oh, yeah, I see. It gave broken out of to me.
Yeah, but that makes sense because that tracks with what the kids were saying to scare each other.
Right.
When they were outside of it trying to dare Evan to go into the Boogeyman house. It looked like it was broken out of,
For sure.
which means that the Boogeyman was in that basement, like they said.
Fuck.
When it was paved over, or what did they say? They buried it in concrete and just left
They
him there.
sealed it shut with concrete. So
Yes. So he broke out.
you know what? Good for him.
What is with all these immortal creatures, man? Like, don't
Good
nobody
for him.
die here?
No, they sure don't. And he's sick of being down there.
He's like, it's my time. So yeah,
my
we had Richard Warren last episode busting out of his grave. Now we got fucking Boogeyman busting out of his grave.
Commendable.
So Patricia is cleaning her closet, listening to Caribbean Blue by Enya. Just
Lol.
banger. I fucking
incredible.
love this song.
I wonder how much they paid for Enya.
Probably a fucking lot, and it was
Yeah.
worth every penny.
That
Apple
seems like
TV does not skimp on the music budget
That's true.
ever.
That's true.
They're like, who do we need to get? We'll get it. We'll pay for it. What actor? Kurt Russell? Yeah, we'll get him. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, Kate Blanchett? Yeah. Run her a check. They don't care. They don't care how much money anything costs. They're just like, get us who we need and get us the music we need.
Right.
We'll
we got
foot
it.
the bill. And that's why I really mess with Apple TV shows, because the budget is crazy. Because they're a tech company. They're not trying to make money on TV.
Sure.
They don't care.
They
which
really
sometimes
don't.
make their shows better.
Yeah. Agreed.
So yeah, they dropped a bucket of money to get Caribbean Blue, and I salute you. Thank you. So the Boogeyman chase scene begins. Andrew DeYoung crushed this sequence, by the way. I love the way this was shot. It was so 80s, so slasher, so Halloween, Friday the 13th, just all of it. Killed it. We start the sequence with Patricia grabbing a taser and running through the neighborhood looking for help. She realizes that somebody's in the house, and she's like, bet I'm out of here. You don't gotta tell me anything else. Say less. I think she's still carrying a lot of that trauma from the Boogeyman from the first time, and
For sure.
that paranoia of somebody's in the house. She can sense it, and she just dips with her taser and starts this whole sequence.
She's basically ready to go. Like, she knows.
She
Other
knows.
than, like, the taser not being charged, which is dumb, she's ready to go. Yeah.
Right. So good guy Wyck goes to Patricia's house looking for her because he knows that the Boogeyman's broken out. She's already gone. So the first stop on the Patricia chase sequence is to fucking Chris's house. These mean-ass bully bitches from episode 4 are back. Patricia interrupts their Lovely Bones book club,
Insane
which is
choice.
about a teen girl being murdered and raped.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck?
It's my least, I just gotta say, it's my least favorite book / movie of all time. It's demonic and doesn't make any sense.
It's
Like,
way up there for me too.
what
So
is-
fucking evil.
What is the purpose of this YA novel being this way? Nobody knows.
Terrifying. I read this book this book was really, really popular when I was in middle school.
Right.
And I think the movie came out when I was in high school.
Right.
Maybe early college.
Yeah. I'm
I
right
left
behind
that
you.
theater fucking sick.
Right. I remember
Sick to my
reading it
stomach.
in like 8th grade and being like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to take away from this? So it makes sense that the evil girls are reading this deeply sinister book, is what I'm saying.
Yes, it does.
I'm loving it, by the way.
Right. They're like, oh my God, isn't this book so great? I'm like, weren't you giving Patricia so much shit in episode 4 about
Right.
how your friends were murdered and how painful that was? But here
Right.
you are reading a book about a teenage girl getting murdered.
Right. Loving it.
Weird. So Patricia needs to charge her taser, as you mentioned already. The shit's on 2%, I think, the whole episode, 1 or 2%. Rookie mistake.
Insane.
Always charge your devices. You got to be ready to go. You got to be ready to go. You can't be fucking around with a cord like, "Oh, let me." No. The shit needs to be charged all the time. Get a portable battery.
Yeah.
You can't be messing around like this, looking for an outlet with a wire dangling while you're running away from a serial killer. Please be serious. I need you to lock in, Patricia. This is your one of your only L's of the season so far. This is insane. You got to keep your shit charged. You know better. The phones are down. They can't call the police. And instead of focusing on their safety, Chris and the group of mean girls get Patricia to admit that she lied about the Boogeyman phone calls. And I was like, damn it, we were defending you so hard.
We were. And now it makes sense.
We were defending Patricia so hard in episode 4 about these damn phone calls and how it's supernatural. Of course they wouldn't be on a call log. It's supernatural. Of course there'd be no record of that. Like, why
Boogeyman doesn't have a phone.
Boogeyman don't have a phone?
Of course not.
Turns out they were right. She was lying. It's like, damn it, Patricia. So we had to take that L.
Very funny.
So she lied about the Boogeyman calling her, but I'm only giving us a partial L because she says he did actually visit her that night.
Yeah, and I believe her.
I believe her too, because obviously he already knows who she is. He's chasing her now.
Yeah, right.
He broke out of his tomb and went straight for Patricia. So she is not lying about the fact that the Boogeyman
knows her.
Yeah, and did pursue her in the past. He just didn't call her. So she did lie about that. But this is such a stupid thing to be arguing about while this man, by the way, is already in the house with you.
Right. No, exactly.
Already in the house with you.
Right.
And you're fucking around bullying Patricia while you're like about to die.
Well, I guess it does make more sense, like, because if they think that she lied about the call, she lied about the whole thing, and so maybe she is inserting herself into a tragedy.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good devil's advocate
moment.
Not
not to defend them, but you know.
No, but if she's lying about the phone calls, they're probably thinking, well, the whole thing's a lie.
Right.
But it's not. He's in the motherfucking house with you.
He's in the middle, right. I'm not playing games, bitch.
He's upstairs. Yeah. He cut the phone lines.
Right.
So Chris says that Patricia is annoying and that she ruined their book club, bullies her some more, and then Patricia tases her ass. She gets that shit up to 2% and uses that 1% to tase Chris. And I think she made the right decision.
It's the moment of the episode to me. She's like, she's fucking annoying, okay? You know it, I know it.
I'm sorry.
Now I gotta go.
What was I supposed to do? Also, though, Patricia is trying to do the right thing still. She's trying to save their lives.
Right.
She went there to get help, but she also went there to help them.
Right.
And they're still fucking with her. She's like, all right, I guess you just die then. Sure.
Forget it.
Like, so she runs out of the house with her taser. The Boogeyman was upstairs in the house with them this whole time, jumps out of the second-story window, and starts chasing her down the street some more. She falls, and an ambulance shows up in the street. The Boogeyman murders the EMT, trying to help Patricia. And then we cut back to Tom and Evan and the letters, the deranged letters that you read out before the stroke. Very sad, very cathartic scene. Tom apologizes to Evan and then gives him the Red Sox tickets.
Yeah.
Then we're back to Patricia. So her second stop.
Right.
She runs into Bashir at the gas station and uses the last 1% of her taser to set the Boogeyman on fire with $20 on pump 3.
Yeah, but she didn't prepay.
She didn't prepay. Again, another rookie mistake. But it doesn't work. So he's still coming at her on fire.
Walking in a straight line.
Yep. The gas attendant gets choked. Bashir gets slashed across his chest. And Patricia has to take matters into her own hands and save her own life. So she shoots the Boogeyman in the back. He turns around, and then she shoots him in the chest and kills him. We get a montage set to Caribbean Blue again. A big Final Girl homage where Patricia's got the Boogeyman at gunpoint throughout this montage. In the ambulance, in the morgue, and finally at the crematorium. She said, "You're not getting back up. And if you do, I'm blasting you in the face again." Like, It's a wrap. And again, I love that subversion of typical like damsel in distress, like, you know, when it's usually women characters too, where they have them doing these stupid things like running around crying and like throwing the gun away when there's still one bullet in it, you know, that kind of thing. She's like, nah, not me. Not Big P.
she's concerned. She's concerned, but she's not helpless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's not helpless. She takes charge, and this is something we've been calling her out for all season. It's one of my favorite things about this character. She's not gonna sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
Ever. Which I love. So we wrap up the Boogeyman chase sequence with Clemens at the hospital. And who comes walking in the hospital room?
Oh, LOL, that's right. Yeah.
His wife.
Yeah.
Shell.
Right, who does exist.
She exists. And she's pregnant.
Wow, yikes.
And in her 40s, which I guess is why he didn't want to tell Tom about it. I'm guessing that Lauren was 40 when she was pregnant with Evan.
Uh-huh.
And she died, of course. Well, Bashir thinks that she died.
Well, would she be 40? Because that would mean Tom, let's just say, like 56, 57? Yeah, is he giving right. 56? Oh, okay. All right.
I think so. He's giving early mid-50s, something like that.
Oh, damn.
I wonder how old Matthew Reese is in real life.
I think he's 50.
Wait, really? Oh, I thought it was older.
Because I feel like we looked. I know, that's what I'm saying, damn. Because I thought it was weird. Because, well, just to me, I thought she was saying it more. Yeah, he's 51. More she was saying it like she's too old to be pregnant, which, like, again, being in your 40s is not too old. People just don't know how pregnancy works.
No, literally. Natalie Portman and Anne Hathaway are both pregnant
I was about to say Anne Hathaway. I saw that. I was like, bitch.
Oh.
Take a seat, Anne.
45 and 43, something like that.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah, right. Couldn't be me. Anyway.
So whether it's the age thing or it's just the fact that she's in her 40s and pregnant and, you know, I just think there's something because Patricia's always talking about age. That's why I bring it up because I'm like, what does it mean? Like, because Patricia makes a point to be like, well, isn't she 40 or in her 40s? So I'm thinking again, all that island time age thing and the pregnancy on top of it. Patricia tells Bashir, you have to get your wife off this island. Right. She cannot give birth here. And he's like, the fuck do you mean? So I'm assuming down the line, they're going to try to get Shell off the island before she gives birth. In the first scene, we get the line, it's over. And in the last scene, Wyck goes to Tom's house and tells him it's not over.
Right, of course not.
And that is the end of episode 8, Your Baggage. So, Erin and I both did some little side research since this is such a short episode. So what did you find in your research on Your Baggage, Erin?
Yeah, so this was originally going to be a flashback episode. Kate Dippold wanted to jump back in Patricia's timeline and give us a flashback from when the Boogeyman was after her first.
Right, when she was a kid.
When she was a kid. And I'm not sure if it was all flashback or that, like, we did half and half. But that I thought that would have been great to see. But Kate thought it'd be funnier, and it was funny, to see 40-something-year-old Patricia have to fend for herself.
Running around like a teenage girl. Like, no!
Exactly. She's a great final girl.
Yes!
Still goofy and ridiculous, but also highly capable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved that it was set in the modern storyline. We were talking, I think it was episode 6 probably because that's the flashback one. We were talking about if there are going to be other flashback episodes this season, and it turns out this one was supposed to be as well. So that's funny. We caught on to that. Yeah, it does make sense. I figured it would be, I know we had discussed young Tom, like teenage Tom, but teenage Patricia was the original idea, which is we should be TVA writers. We're like,
we definitely know the beats.
We know the beats. Like we know how to map out a season.
For sure.
Not at this level yet, but hey, you know what?
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting our reps in. Talking about it is just as easy as making it, right?
No, of course. Just the same.
For town lore, Who or what do you think the boogeyman is, Erin? Do you think it's a similar thing to the book, or is it an actual person? What do you think the boogeyman is, or who is it?
That's a great question.
Because we don't find out.
That's a great question. I think it is. I think it's like the book, and that it's an evil entity that's not a townsperson. Why does he have a home? I don't know. Like, how he purchased that home?
Like, whatever his name is, I think the kids might have mentioned it once when they were sitting outside the house.
Maybe.
I can't recall what the name was, but I guess it was a person at some point then, but it surely isn't now, because, he was buried in concrete for 20 plus years and
survived
popped out
that.
popped out like it was nothing after, and then gets set on fire and all that, and doesn't matter. But yeah, I was just wondering, I guess, so maybe it's a hybrid where it was a person, but then they got taken over by the evil entity of the island. So
sure, and became like extra evil. Yeah, okay.
Right, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Throughout the first 7 episodes, my friend Danielle and I were texting about what we think is going on with Bashir's wife and why we never see her. And Danielle's theory was that, and I think I'd seen this on Reddit too, was that we don't see anybody's spouses in the series until this episode.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first time we've seen anybody's spouse. This is Bashir's wife and Jerry's husband. So, sorry, Danielle, your theory is debunked by this episode. There are spouses on Widow's Bay. Not everyone's a widow in the literal sense. So I just thought that was interesting that they waited so long. We only have 2 episodes left, and they're like, oh, by the way, here she is. Jerry has a husband too. See, here he is.
Right.
I thought that was interesting. I was on Danielle's side about this for a while. I really did think maybe there ain't nobody got a husband or a wife on this show.
Yeah, same. And that Clemens his wife died, and now he's like crazy and talking to her, and nobody knows because he doesn't talk about her to anyone.
Totally thought that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just an idea,
but
Kate.
he did hide the fact that she was pregnant.
Right.
From everybody. So, we were on the right track, but not quite. Oh, so another thing I wanted to correct before people come at us in the comments about it. We've been saying Harkonnen sounds for the last, I don't know, since we started covering the series.
I see.
Probably since episode 5, we've been using the guttural noises that the island kind of evil sounds, and we've been saying Harkonnen sounds. I meant Sardaukar.
Right, but they belong to the Harkonnens, don't they?
That's my bad.
We're not stupid.
I just haven't watched Dune in a little bit, okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Sardaukar, they're doing their crazy singing.
Yes, the Sardaukar, not the Harkonnens. My bad. But they are aligned with the Harkonnens. They're like their assassin task force type shit.
I see.
Oops. Sorry, guys. And of course, now all the film references. So I had pointed out in episode 4 that Michael Myers was called the Boogeyman. And then we got a Michael Myers episode. So
for sure.
Spot on.
Very
Cheers
correct.
to me. Thank you. And that, my friends, is why media literacy is so important.
Facts.
Some other references I'd like to point out. Nightmare on Elm Street. Specifically, Jason versus Freddy, or Freddy versus Jason. There's a moment in that movie where Jason is set on fire and is still coming after someone. So that was taken directly from Freddy versus Jason. We also have the setup when Patricia's in the house alone doing her thing. Scream, the iconic Drew Barrymore scene of Scream. But it gets reversed because when Drew runs out of the house crying and screaming for help, she gets murdered. But Patricia does not. So they righted the scream wrong, and she lives. She becomes the final girl instead of getting killed by the boogeyman in that moment. So I love that. There's also like a really good shot of Patricia on her phone, on the corded phone. And that definitely gives like 80s, 90s horror.
Of course.
Yeah, so very, very Wes Craven heavy episode. um, I listened to an episode of Script Notes that Katie Dipple did recently, and on this podcast, she talked about basically how 18 years ago, this was the concept of Widow's Bay was a spec script that she wrote in order to apply for Parks and Rec. So this was something, this is an idea she had almost 20 years ago after she had finished as a writer on Mad TV. This was how she got the Parks and Rec job, basically. It was via a Widow's Bay spec.
Oh, cute.
Right. So this is her first time as a showrunner also, I learned through that episode. And the character of Patricia is loosely based on Katie Dipple's mother.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. I was like, that makes so much sense because there is such a loving approach taken to the character of Patricia, but also you do see her flaws.
Of course.
How she tries to behave in that kind of old school socialized way of, oh, I always have to be nice and I always have to sacrifice myself and put myself last in order to be good, in order to be nice so that people like me. I care too much what other people think. Like, that's all given, like,
and nobody gives a fuck. It, like, doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all. And then she's put upon and, you know, treated like shit. And, yeah, very bitter about it. So she was saying, like, yeah, Patricia, the good and bad sides of her are based on her mother. I was like, damn. That explains a lot.
That's funny.
And speaking of her mother, she said that her parents' relationship felt like the beginning of The Shining.
LOL. Great.
Before they got divorced.
I see.
So,
right. And before he tried to kill them, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. So she's like, my father's not like that, but just that tension and the way they communicated and the way the house felt, she said she related a lot to the little boy in The Shining through the first half before, like, shit gets off the rails and becomes super spooky. But that makes sense why there's so much shining in this
and also Patricia reminded me of freaking
of Wendy
this episode with the screaming and stuff.
Yes, and the same haircut. Yes. Yep. Right. Yeah, very not Shelley Long, Shelley Duvall. Yes, so another homage to The Shining, just in the overall character of Patricia, because of her mother and her parents' relationship. So I thought that was really interesting. Script Notes is a podcast you can listen to on all platforms. I'll probably link that episode in the show notes for this. Funniest and scariest moments. What you got, Erin?
Patricia called, obviously the tasing moment, LOL, because it's just so matter of fact. But then she, you know, even Patricia, who's like a rule follower, she's like, no, this bitch she just had to get it.
Right. And then she still apologizes.
Right. She's like, I'm sorry. And then she leaves. The calling back the restaurant, the Salty Whale, just to let them know, like, you fucked me and, like, you need to know, but also don't get anyone in trouble.
Yeah.
Super funny. What were some moments that stuck out to you?
For me, it was definitely the gunpoint montage. I was screaming the first time I saw this.
Yeah.
I was like, this is too funny. Just as soon as the Enya starts, I lost it.
It's so funny.
The scariest is probably the early in the episode when Patricia is cleaning her closet. The first time we hear Enya, and she gets the spooks and realizes that someone's in the house with her. I was so scared that something was going to happen to her. I was like, if this was a regular TV show, this would be the scene where Patricia gets killed off, and then, you know, everybody has to mobilize around this tragedy to, like, avenge the dead woman. But this isn't a normal show.
No, it's not. And Patricia's too awesome to kill.
Exactly. I love how alert she is. She's like, someone's in the house. I got the spooky spooks. I'm out.
Spooks. Yeah.
I'm out. Yeah. So I think the first time I saw this, I was very worried that I was watching another, like, TV trope of, like, kill your darlings, kill your favorites.
Sure.
Fridging a woman kind of thing. Or I was like, oh God, are they going to fucking kill off Patricia? I will be sick.
Yeah, I would be too.
I'd be so upset if this was her last episode. But they didn't. And also, the way that Kate O'Flynn is whipping her bob throughout the...
Very funny.
The way she is whipping her neck around in this episode had me weak. Just...
Too funny.
She's constantly just like... with her fuck-ass bob. She killed me. Her body language is so great in this episode. Also, I think you had something about the body language as well.
Her physical comedy is so good. Like she just looks ridiculous, and I love that.
Yeah, what did you put in the notes here about it?
She's politely running for her life down the. She doesn't want to interrupt too many people or disturb too many people's slumber. So she's knocking aggressively, but not too aggressively. Doesn't want to cause any trouble on her way to her death.
Classic Patty. Politely running through like a slasher movie is it's such a genius touch. And it keeps the tone light on this episode, so it's not so scary.
Sure.
And you're not so worried about Patricia getting got. So is there any observations or predictions that you have about where we're going next?
Really worried for Clement's wife.
Me too. She looks very pregnant.
Super pregnant.
We only have 2 episodes left, so either she's giving birth on the island or they're going to do something dangerous to try to get her off the island before she gives birth. Yeah, I think she's definitely in danger. You're right. Maybe, I know there's only 2 left, but maybe we'll still get a Clemens flashback episode like I had talked about previously. Or something to get a better picture of his life and his home life and his wife's, just who his wife is as
his
a person.
Wife's imminent doom. Sorry, Shadi.
I know, I'm scared.
And I hate that this is the only black family.
The only one.
Yeah, I don't love that, but
yeah,
we'll make do.
I mean, it's pretty accurate to New England.
Yeah,
though.
Right.
So it'd be like that in the rural Northeast.
Yeah, for sure.
So for this week, I don't have a really good Parks and recommendation, but I do have a couple of Atlanta episodes that really fit the whole slasher vibe kind of chase montage that we get in Your Baggage. So I'm going to skip straight to Atlanta. There's another Teddy Perkins type of episode called Work Ethic. This is season 4, episode 5 of Atlanta. In this one, Ern's daughter and her mother are trapped on a Tyler Perry-esque film studio where they're being surveilled. And it's horror vibes on like 1,000. It's so creepy. I think they named the Tyler Perry character Mr. Chocolate or something. And it's like Mr. Chocolate's watching you. Don't speak too loudly. Mr. Chocolate's watching, and he's like this looming kind of boogeyman presence on all of the sets where you hear him, you don't really see him a lot, and he gives kind of boogeyman just this ominous looming presence over Chocolate Studios, and
that's crazy.
You spend an entire day at the studio running away from Mr. Chocolate, basically, and he keeps finding her and surveilling her and her daughter, and it's a little scary, and it has a lot to say about the film industry and television industry and child actors, and that's all I'll say about that one. Very good episode, but one of the more scary, dark episodes of Atlanta, much like Teddy Perkins. And season 4, episode 6, the episode immediately following Work Ethic. This one is called Cranked At Killer. And
that's crazy.
So in this one, Paperboy is being targeted by a rapper serial killer that Soulja Boy warns him about. And yes, it is the actual Soulja Boy in this episode. He's in a couple of season 4 moments. So Soulja Boy warns Paperboy that there's a cranked at killer that is and then is targeting other rappers in the Atlanta area, and then there's an extended chase sequence like a horror movie set in a mall that reminds me of Night of the Living Dead and other classic zombie horror and slasher movies. So definitely Crank That Killer and Work Ethic as a double feature. Those are I think those are the most perfect pairings to Your Baggage, because they're both really scary, but also there's breakthrough moments of comedy in both of them that are really memorable. So those are my recommendations for this week. Thank you, Erin, for joining me.
Thank you.
This is going to be a shorter one because it's a quick episode. So I'm going to wrap this up with our contact information. If you would like to reach out, you can find us at postfilmclaritypod@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on socials, we are on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at postfilmclaritypod. We are also on Letterboxd at postfilmclarity. These are video episodes if you are on Spotify and YouTube. We also have closed captioning available on every episode that we do on our YouTube channel. And we'll see you here next week for episode 9, which is called Emergency Shelter. Very ominous. I know. I'm scared. I don't know what kind of emergency, but something is happening on Widow's Bay, and they're going to have to shelter in place. So we'll see you for the next episode, and thanks for watching.